What's up guys, it's JohnReavesLive, and today we're going to be doing a live reaction to Spine Breaker, the actual lyric video, and then Spine Breaker, the explanation. So we're going to be doing those two in this video, and then in the very next video we're going to be doing the making of, and then the music video, because I hear that that's actually a really funny thing that happens. But before we get into that, I wanted to tell you guys, we got the shirt in! Be a Good Human t-shirt finally came in. That was the shirt that we got for the community challenge of if one of our videos got to 40,000 views, which it has blown past that, and I am so thankful to you guys. Just to let y'all know what our next challenge is, we do have one for if we get 50,000 subscribers in this channel. By the end of the year, I will be getting a BTS logo tattoo, which I'm actually really stoked about getting that, and I think that this community could definitely get us to 50,000 subs by the end of the year. If it happens, we will do a live stream of me getting the BTS logo tattoo. Either way, let's get into it. This is BTS Spine Breaker, the lyric video, and I think this is color-coded as well too. I'm not sure, but 3, 2, 1, boom! Just gonna say this really quick. This is the type of BTS that I enjoy. Like, this is what got me into listening to them in the first place, is like this type of music.
수십짜리 신발에 또 수백짜리 패딩 수십짜리 시계에 또 으스대지 괜히 교육은 산으로 가고 학생도 산으로 가 21세기 계급은 반으로 딱 나눠져 있는 자와 없는 자 쉬는 자와 없는 자 입은 자와 벗는 자 또 길을 써서 얻는 자 이게 뭔 일이니 유행해서 넌 밀리니 때를 쓰고 애를 써서 얻어내지 실리지 가죽찬 패딩 마냥 욕심을 계속 차 휴지는 부모 등골을 봐도 넌 메모 자칫 돈은 다 있다고 졸라대니 안 사줄 수도 없다고 에이요 베이비 철딱선이 없게 굳이 말할 그가 패딩 안 입는다고 얼어 죽지 나는 패딩 안 해고 웨이터를 채우기 전에 머릿속 개념을 채우게 늦기 전에 I'm out. 와우 기분 좋아 걸쳐보는 너의
V's voice right here is so much lower than I thought it was going to be. Dang. I love the lyrics that I'm seeing so far, like the idea that I'm getting from this. We'll talk about what I think this song means later, but I'm really liking the idea of what the lyrics look like right now.
그게 너의 맘을 조여버릴 거야 dirty clothes
I'm liking it.
네가 바로 등골 breaker 부모님의 등골 breaker 언젠가는 후회하게 될 거야
So catchy.
인생 참견이 총투제 없이 스톱빈 항전본의 말들은 왜 계속해 내가 받은 돈 내가 쓰겠다는데 5천만의 취향을 다 니들처럼 맞춰 야 만족할 사람들이 지쳐봐 너 나 잘 사셔 네 인생 말여 니가 나면 말 안 하겠어 그래 내 패딩 더럽게 비싸고 더럽게 안 예뻐 What I say 가고 싶은데 어떡해 나보다 못 사는 친구들도 다 갖췄는데 And I say 되기 싫음 사소하게 이날 때쯤이면 원래 다들 좀 그렇지 Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I'm loco. Is it loco? I know they ain't cheap, but they got mochos. But 난 내 할 일은 잘해 부모님 들곤 안 부셔. 진짜 freak 나이 먹고 아직도 방구석 and no. 와우 기분 좋아.
First of all, V's voice stands out a lot in this song, and normally for me it's like J-Hope's voice stands out as the really unique one, and in this it's V. I really like that. It's changing it up. But then on top of that, like the beat to this song, very old school, really dig it. I really enjoy this song.
I know they ain't cheap, but they got mochos. But 난 내 할 일은 잘해 부모님 들곤 안 부셔. 진짜 freak 나이 먹고 아직도 방구석 and no. 와우 기분 좋아 걸쳐보는 너의 dirty clothes. 넌 뭔가 다른 rock and roll with swag and swag alone. 도대체 왜 이래 미쳤어 baby. 그게 그게 너의 맘을 조여버릴 거야. 너도 dirty clothes 나도 dirty clothes 누구나 겪어봤겠지 입고 거리로 나가보면 어깨에 힘 빡 들어가고 나보다 작아 보이지 like Oliver 멀리 보도 예해 근데 넌 너무 배가 부른 상태 체해 후회해 넌 계속 swag해 하나 보면 맘은 배제 그래 말리지 않을게 이제 맘은 정해 와우 기분 좋아 거쳐보는 너의 dirty clothes 넌 뭔가 다른 rockin' rollin' swagin' swagin' low 도대체 왜 이래 미쳤어 baby 그게 너의 맘을 조여버릴 거야 dirty clothes 네가 바로 등골 break 부모님의 등골 언젠가는 후회하게 될 거야 빌어먹을 등골 breaker
I really like this song, and it's kind of reminiscent. I know whenever I was growing up, there was always like the cool kids in school that always had to have like name brand, the nicest new clothes that were out or whatever. Now being a parent myself, I'm like, dang it. And it's like a conflict because I like want to get my kids the nice stuff, but I don't want them to be spoiled. But pretty much what this song is like saying to me at least is the nice shoes, the nice jacket, the nice, all these really things. Like there's probably these kids out there that are wearing like super over trendy, over nice things that they're obviously not paying for. It's their parents. And so they're breaking their parents' spines to get these nice things, and I think that's what this song is about. I'm not sure how close we are to what the actual song means, and it might not even be anything about fashion. Hell, I really don't know, but we're gonna watch the reaction video right freaking now. Let's get into that one. Freaking boom. I can't wait to see this music video.
Spine Breaker. What a strong title name. For new armies or casual listeners that don't look into the lyrics that much, the title might be a little misleading or misunderstood in the way of maybe BTS crushing their haters' spines. I doubt that any...
Just the title alone really stood out to me like a metal title because I'm a metal fan, and this sounded like a metal song of some kind. But it turns out it's not, and I like it.
Nobody would actually think like that. But still, without knowing the Korean cultural references behind the story, this song is a little bit hard for foreigners to fully comprehend.
수십짜리 신발에 또 수백짜리 패딩 수십짜리 시계에 또 으스대지 괜히 교육은 산으로 가고 학생도 산으로 가
Extremely expensive shoes, padding jackets, and watches. These are all everyday objects that students use in their daily lives. Education is going up the mountain, students are also going up the mountain. Going up the mountain is a Korean idiom called 사공이 많으면 배가 산으로 간다, which is translated into too many cooks spoil the broth. So basically BTS is trying to criticize the students alongside with the Korean education system that both parties are going in the wrong direction.
Huh, okay.
These lines express what school looks like these days in a nutshell. Rich students and poor students can be identified by whether they have expensive clothes or not. For students who cannot afford these expensive clothes, they'll do whatever they can to get their hands on these particular brands or clothes.
I know a lot of kids growing up, especially I lived in a really poor town, and that's kind of what it was. Like we had some kids that would be like the preppy kids or the in crowd, but you knew that they like their parents didn't have the money to afford some of this stuff. So like Abercrombie was the big thing whenever I was growing up, and they really wanted like those same clothes. And even though they really couldn't afford it, they wanted their kids to have that like status, so they would still buy them these clothes anyways. I totally understand what they're saying there.
BTS now tries to touch the conscience of these students about their behavior trying to get expensive apparel, how they're sensitive towards trends and appearance, and how they whined and begged and asked their parents again and again to buy them these expensive clothes. Finally, the word spine breaker appears. The phrase spine breaker comes from the Korean idiom 등골이 휘다, which literally means your back gets bent because you work so much.
Okay.
Usually, hard physical labor is done by bending your back. Thus, if you work too much, your spine would permanently become bent. So, BTS is calling kids who beg their parents to buy them expensive clothes spine breakers. Not only the kids, but
Dang.
certain items themselves are now officially called spine breakers because parents need to work so hard to afford these items.
That's so messed
So
up.
these so-called spine breaker kids don't care how hard their parents try to provide them food or necessities, but rather pester their parents by saying, "But all of my friends have it too."
So hold on. I guess I didn't really understand that that was like a huge cultural thing there. Like I didn't know that it was such a big thing that actually has a name to it. That's freaking nuts. What the heck? And then they've even called some of their clothes spine breaker clothes. It's freaking nuts.
But why specifically padded jackets? It's because students in Korea wear school uniforms, but in the winter it gets too cold, so the most convenient body warmer would be a padded jacket. A few years ago, the padded jacket market wasn't that diverse, and particular brands were lead brands in the industry, such as the notorious North Face.
Oh, we've
These
all been
padded
there.
Jackets had and still do have an extremely high price.
David, were you a spine breaker? David! All right, listen. I mean, who doesn't have that jacket in their closet? Raise your hand. Tell me in the chat if you've got that jacket in your closet. Be honest. Do you have a padded North Face jacket? Just tell me in the chat right now. Pause it. Yes or no?
The average price range would go from $500 to $1,000. They even had ranks in
Oh, $500 to $1,000? Oh! Oh, it hurts. No, listen, there's smarter ways, ladies and gentlemen. Get online. You got to get online and find that jacket discount. Don't be buying it for $500 to $1,000.
the paddings, depending on how much duck down was inside. But nowadays, it's no longer about particular brands and clothing. The spine breaking has evolved and expanded into products such as smartphones. So obviously, the luxurious
Yes.
clothing was a burden to parents that were not in the position to afford it, but nevertheless their kids demanded them to buy it. So that's why the last lyric says, rather than filling your jacket with duck down, fill your head first with some common sense or conscience before it's too late.
Okay. I've had a lot of people, like, I'm just seeing the video in the background. I haven't actually got to watch this video yet. But I've had a lot of people in the comments saying that they are horrible at lip singing. And if that's them lip singing in the background, this music video, they are really bad at it, which is good. I mean, I'm okay with this, but that's pretty funny. I think that, I don't know.
The chorus is literally BTS being satirical about the kids that feel good and feel swag in their dirty clothes. It's dirty clothes because they earned it in a dirty way, not by earning the money themselves,
Okay.
but by breaking their parents' backs. The expression that
Okay,
the
that
dirty
makes
clothes
sense.
will tighten up your heart means that eventually the kids will feel guilty and bad about wearing their clothes. In the second verse, BTS disses the kid haters. 배가 부르다 means that you have it easy and you have no worries of getting food in your mouth. Kids have their bellies full all due to their parents. Thus, they don't know how to do anything but to just feed on provided food. But they're being nosy and saying things that they wouldn't be able to say in front of the actual person, bluffing. You'll only be satisfied when the whole population of Korea dresses the same as you. This is satire against how kids think wearing the same things look cool. RM then goes on by saying, mind your own business, fashion, and life. When RM's voice changes into a comical version, he is impersonating and mocking the kids.
That's kinda what I was getting.
What they would actually say, such as, "But I want it so much, what should I do? Friends poorer than me even have it. If I don't want to be an outcast, I need to buy it." At this age, we're all supposed to be like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I'm loco. They said no, no. I know they ain't cheap, but they got mochos. But 난 내 할 일은 잘해 부모님 듣고 안 부셔. 진짜 freak, 날 먹고 아직도 방구석 and no.
RM says people might call him crazy crazy or a no-no and criticize him for wearing expensive clothes. But he also points out that at least he's attractive, and most of all, he's not a spine breaker that begs for his parents to buy him clothes. The last line is the killing point of the song. The real spine breaker is you, who's still in the corner of your room at that age. Which means you can't do anything by yourself, so why don't you just shut up and respect your parents by helping them not suffer by paying your stupid padding jacket.
Mic drop! Okay, that's pretty much really close to what I thought the song was already going to be about anyways. It's a really freaking cool song. I really like the explanation of it. David, were you a spine breaker, or did you get yourself that jacket, my friend? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think everybody can say that whenever they were a kid, we at least had a little bit of that in us. I'm not saying that it was all the way to the same extent that it is in this song, like what they're mentioning in the song. Can't say that it was as extreme for sure for all of us. I know for me personally it wasn't, but I do know that there was like sometimes I would be like, and I was never that kid that was like, what's in fashion? I've got to get in on this. But there were like bands that I really listened to that I was like, I gotta get this shirt, please. It's a bleeding through shirt. I have to get it. It's not that I was worried about my status. It's just that I really wanted that shirt because I wanted to like support that band or something. None of my friends knew who this band was. Like nobody that I went to school with knew who this band was. I can definitely see where they're coming from. Like I had a little bit of that, I guess, whenever I was growing up, but who really didn't? I feel like as a parent too, now looking at it, it's really hard for you to, we want to give our kids everything, but we also don't want to spoil them. So it gets to a point, I don't know, like there's a nice happy median between spoiling your kids and getting them things, you know? Like as a parent, we want to give them everything, but that's not always the best way. So I freaking love this song. Also, I will say this. Look, man, sometimes the spine breaker in this whole thing, it goes both ways, people, okay? It's the kid's fault for being a little turd about it and being like, oh, I gotta have this, mom. But it's also the parents' fault. So parents, take some responsibility out there, okay? Look, you can't just let your kids have everything they want simply because that's what they want, because that teaches them and spoils them, turns them into a spine breaker. Let them earn it. Let them earn these things. I think that's a good way to make them not be like that anymore. Chores, man. Give them that responsibility. Let them earn these things. I think that would probably get a lot of people out of this spine breaker situation. But either way, freaking awesome song. BTS once again coming through and addressing a really important issue that I honestly had no idea was such a big topic in Korea or even in the world now. But you know what? Freaking glad they talked on it. Guys, if y'all made it this far in the video, please hit the subscribe button. Also, if y'all made it this far in the video, let me know what the Easter egg was. We put an Easter egg in here and I will be looking in the comments to see who got it. Please hit that sub button. Guys, we're trying to get to 50,000 this year. And like I said, if we get to it, I will be getting a BTS logo tattoo on me somewhere. Please make sure you like this video as it helps us out, and hit us with a comment. Let us know what you thought about the reaction. Let us know what you thought about the song. And if you've got another suggestion you would like me to check out, please drop it in the comments. I respond to every single one of them. And if anybody needs anything, please DM me any of my socials. They're all at JohnReavesLive, and I will respond to you guys. Spread positivity, be a freaking awesome person, and until next time, freaking toodles!